Hello, I'm going to introduce my new Shopify app, Robot Writer. It generates entire products from a single product image and fully automates blogging. I created this app because I own a Shopify store with over 1,000 print-on-demand products, and I was running into a bottleneck when trying to create more products faster. Also, I just don't have the time or capital to hire a blogger to create content marketing continually for me. So I wanted to create a tool that automates that blogging with articles that are relevant to my products and my target audience. So let's get started. These are your brand settings. This is where you'll define any information about your brand and your target audience. This information will be used as context for the generation of product descriptions and blog articles. So it's best to fill out this information prior to creating any products or blogs. The more information you can provide, the more context Robot Writer will have towards creating more brand targeted content and more focused but diverse blog topics. So the better context you provide, the better output you'll get. Okay, so you can see we've navigated to our products page here where we can generate a single product. We can bulk generate products in batches of 10, and we can manage our product profiles up here. Now, you can see here on the single product section, we can either create an entire new product, or we can choose from existing products and regenerate descriptions and titles for our existing products. I'm going to go ahead and get started with creating a new product. So all you need to do is simply drag and drop your primary product image here. In this case, it is a poster of angels landing. We will change the status to active. You could add more product gallery images here if you would like. And then you can apply a template. What these templates do is they allow you to select from an existing product that you already have published on your site to adopt any of the variants and prices and options that you may already have set for this particular type of product. So I'll choose one of these products because they already have my variants and prices set up. Now, product profile you can select as well, and what this does is it maintains consistency across the products you create. So whether that's the title structure or the description structure, you can define all of this in a product profile so that all your products have consistently generated descriptions and titles that match your store, match your brand. Once we have this stuff set, we just simply click the Create and Generate button. This will generate the product. It might take a little bit of time because what's happening right now is AI is analyzing your product image and it is making note of what the product is. It is writing the description, the title, the SEO, the tags, all of this, and is preparing it to publish it. Okay, our product has been created. We can either view the product in a separate tab on the front end of the site, or we can edit the product directly in the Shopify admin. So if I click Edit Product here, come over here to the product in our Shopify admin, you can see the product description has been created, the title. We're also pulling in information about our brand from our brand settings. We have tags that have all been added. It has adopted all of our existing variants and pricing, and we have specific SEO title and description metadata already entered. Okay, next we're going to move on to bulk generating products. Very similar to generating single products, except you can generate more and there's less options to configure. So in my case, I'm just going to drag and drop several product images from my desktop here onto this upload field. And similar to generating a single product, I will select a template and I will select a profile since I'm doing travel art. Check the publish status as active and generate 4 products. Similar to generating a single product, this process can take some time, but you can navigate away from this page and view your job history here if you want, or come back later and you will see that your products have been generated. Okay, we can see these products have been created. It took about 3 minutes to create 4 products. If we want to see them, we can go to our products in our Shopify dashboard and just refresh the page, make sure we have the most recent ones. Here they are: Italy, Paris, Red Rocks, Big Sur. It has adopted all of our variants, and each one of these descriptions will be consistent with our brand information, variants, tags, all of it. That's it. Okay, moving on to product profiles. This is probably something you want to set up prior to generating any products, along with your brand settings. But I'll just go ahead and show how this works for adding a profile and editing existing ones. So what you want to do here is, depending on whatever your type of product is, you can give it a name, define what product type it is. Materials, dimensions, features, all of this stuff is optional. But you can also define your title structure. So if you want your titles to all follow a similar format, this is where you would provide an example product title, and similar for descriptions. If you want your products to all have a similar structure for the descriptions, maybe it's a paragraph up top, bullet points below, however you want to frame it, you can add all of that here. And then SEO, any links you would like to include in any of these types of products as well. So once you have all of these defined here, then you can select these product profiles when generating products, and your products will all adhere to that type or that profile, and this maintains consistency across all the products you're creating on your site using Robot Writer. Okay, next let's move on to blogging. For the blogging portion of Robot Writer, we can create individual posts, we can schedule and automate posts, and we can view our queue, which shows upcoming scheduled posts and previously published posts. First, we'll get started with creating a single post here. You can see we have our topic generation source. This is where we can choose to either generate topics from our entire store and brand, a specific collection in our store, or a specific product, or even our own custom topic. For this demo, I'll show the entire store and brand. Down here, I'll set my blog settings. I'll choose a 1,500 word blog article. Set my content options. I want to include product cards in my content, so I will inject products from my store into the blog articles that are generated. We'll include some external links and keep the tone informational, soft product mentions, and we can set some of these other options if we like here as well. We'll go ahead and save the settings, and then we'll generate topics. Now, my store is a poster store in which I sell travel art, surf-related art. My demographic is surfers, hikers, that kind of stuff. So we can see here I have Discover the Secrets of Cocoa Beach, the Ultimate Surfing Guide, 7 ways adventure travelers can transform their home with scenic wall art, Unlock the Magic of Sunset at the Pier, Visual Journey. These are demographic related and product related blog topics that are relevant to my store, and it pulls this information directly from all my products and existing content. So if we were to select one of these, then we can move on to generating the blog post. Okay, so you can see we now have a preview of our post. It has a highly relevant image. It looks like a beginner surfer going out at Cocoa Beach. We can see the article here, Cocoa Beach Surfing Guide, and relevant information. We also pull in our Cocoa Beach Pier surfing poster and some other surf art from the area. These are Florida surf spots, which is highly relevant to this article. You can see we have the SEO title, SEO description, and tags that are all relevant. You can choose to publish this or save as a draft. Okay, let's move on to the automation portion of the blogging. In order to enable the auto blogging, we need to select this option here on the automation page. We need to set a publish time and then select our publish days. Now, the amount of published days we can select is determined by our plan. So if you would like to select all days, you might need to upgrade your plan. If you only need to publish posts on a couple days a week, you can stick with one of the lower plans. After you've selected these publish and schedule settings, then we'll move on to the content settings. This is similar to the settings for generating a single blog post. You can set your word count, your tone, your product mentions, etc. Also, what is great about Robot Writer is the image sourcing. So you can source images for featured images from royalty-free websites like Unsplash or Pexels, but it doesn't only search based on keywords. It also uses AI to analyze the images that it finds from these keywords and make sure that they are highly relevant to the blog articles that are produced. This way you don't get images that don't match your content. So you have consistent professional blogging results from image selection. Another great thing about automation is the topic generation source. So when we're generating a single blog post, we can individually select one of these topic sources. What I like about the automation portion is we can choose this mixed option, which cycles through all of the other options you have here. So you can cycle through topics that are relevant to your entire store and brand, topics specific to your collections, specific to products, and specific to these custom topic themes. So this results in a diverse range of topics that you can pull from that are all still highly relevant to your brand and your store and your products. Then you can choose to publish immediately or save as a draft in case you want to review these prior to publishing them. I like to just have these published immediately and then go back later and edit them if I need to. Once you have saved your settings, it will generate topics and it will schedule them based on your schedule date. So we'll go ahead and save these settings. Let's see, our settings are saved. Then let's go ahead and regenerate all of our topics. Okay, and once our topics are generated, we can review them here and see what's coming up. And if there's any we don't like, we can regenerate individual topics. Or if there's any we like that we want to publish now, we could go ahead and publish now. So we can see for every day of the week, we have it scheduled. And we can see our recently published posts here. Okay, next we have our queue in the blogging section of Robot Writer. And this is where we can see upcoming scheduled blog posts and previously published blog posts. We can get a quick overview of our stats here and see how many total posts are scheduled, published, and how many drafts we have. We can review the upcoming topics. And for ones that have recently published, we can see when they were published, how many words were published within them, and we can view the post on the front end of our site, or we can edit it. So if we view the post, open it here, we'll show a relevant article or relevant featured image to the article, and then we can see the information here. Crystal Pier, it promotes our products, Crystal Pier, and we have a fully fleshed out professional blog post that was entirely automated and is entirely relevant to our products and demographics.